dead. Race number 1.
This is a rough draw for MarshMaster, huh? So we seed the brackets, right? So that like our top players end up spread out and they don't match up against people early. But with the cutoff for what a top player is it's a little bit arbitrary. It's like top 13 or something. It ended up being. I've heard. I don't know where I got that number, but
I think it's just the number of buys we had this year.
Right. Yeah. That's what determines. Extremely good player. I mean, he's got a 67% win rate. It's amazing. The top 12 made it into seeds. So Marshmaster is fantastic, but not quite good enough to get seeded, and so has randomly been placed against top 8 OkamiOfGames.
Yeah, that's rough.
This is a top tier match we've got right here.
Yeah, it really is. And speaking of top tier matches, here's a second one. Neskamikaze versus Nighty.
They've got the stars on their player cards that indicate they've been to top 8. Win rates both well over 50%. They are both. I was gonna say they've been here since the beginning, but I guess Ness hasn't. Oh no, Ness was, but then skipped some, I think.
It says Ness joined in MT3, so close enough.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's been around a long time. I guess not quite as long as Nighty, who is in their 19th mystery tournament. How's that possible?
It's not my fault. I didn't make the sheet.
We had an extra one along the way. We did have an extra one along the way. We had a special GDQ mystery tournament.
Oh yeah.
That one shouldn't be factoring into the stats here. So that's a bug. But Nighty has been in all of them and has been to top 8 6 times. He's a phenomenal player. I remember Nighty used to play in the Speed Gaming League, which I used to help host and organize back in the day. So that was how I met Nighty, and then through that sort of found out about Mystery Tournament, and then came over and was like, oh, look, Nighty's in top 8, and I was cheering for him, and some of my friends who were like I was friends with Andy at the time, and it was Andy versus Nighty.
Oh.
And I was like, oh yeah, let's go Nighty. Like I meant like, I'm if either of them wins, I'm happy, right? Was what I went, but they were like, what do you mean? Like, this is Team Andy. Why are you cheering for Nighty? But Nighty was the silent warrior. He never once used his microphone. I've never heard his voice. I've watched him race probably 15 times or something.
Have we heard him by now?
I'm not me. I don't know if anyone has.
Wow. Mysterious.
Nighty also never quits a race. Never. No forfeits. Something like 600, 700 races on SRL, all finished. Some of them hours and hours long. What an enigmatic character here.
Mysterious.
And then neskamikaze is just like
a dog.
Really experienced. Has also been around forever, keeps coming back. Doesn't seem to get really phased by some jank.
It's
good quality.
It's a bit tough when like usually I like to look at the played matches, but we don't have any. It's so easy to talk about that and be like, oh, neskamikaze did really well in this game early in the tournament, but we don't know that. So I do not have the memory to remember, oh, neskamikaze, he was in that race where they played Maya the Bee, and he did really well in that. It just doesn't really exist for me.
Yeah, I can't pull out a specific game at any one point. I do remember, because I was curious when Ness sort of came back to Mystery Tournament. I was like, oh, he doesn't know that like it's a bit different now than it used to be. We got a lot more freeware, we got a lot more puzzle, right? It's a different landscape. And so I was like, what is he gonna think when he gets in here? And then he pulled some like retro platformer. And I just remember him being like, that's it. That's what I expected.
Yeah, that's what we used to do.
One time, Nighty was in a race, a blood-stained randomizer, and it was a broken seed. So no one could finish, but Nighty found a glitch that made it completable in order to finish and not forfeit. And in turn delivered a loss to everyone else, I guess.
Yeah, if everyone quits, the race gets terminated.
Uh-huh. Doesn't count. It's not on your record. No one will know.
I mean,
90 didn't care.
there's some dangers like that, you know? Like, we were playing Typing of the Dead, the original, which is based on House of the Dead 2. And the game gets easier when you die, but there's like a baseline. It doesn't get infinitely easy, right? And typing is not a skill you can, like, if I do it for 2 hours, I'll suddenly be way better. It's not like that. So
Right.
I remember being kind of worried for 90 because he was kind of struggling, but he did pull through. It was really cool.
Yeah, we have seen races like that, where it's just like this is not a thing that you get better at in a short amount of time, and you need to be a certain amount of good to get through it. Well, usually it's like a certain amount of good and a certain amount of lucky. So like you can keep trying it, and eventually, hopefully things go your way and you can get through. I've seen a couple of those. Oh, Peaches is back for Typing of the Dead, AGDQ 2024. Both Peaches and Varazek have sort of traded back and forth running Typing of the Dead games at GDQ. What's your words per minute? Mine's pretty high. It's not super high, but mine's pretty high.
Oh, you're waiting for me to say it first? Alright.
At the same time?
No. I'm not that sad. I was tryharding it at one point, you know, monkey type, 30 seconds or maybe a minute, I don't know. And the highest I got was 135.
110. You got me. Were you typing in English too? Does that matter?
I think English is actually easier because German has more letters, and also some typing tests require you to capitalize nouns, because that's what you do in German.
Oh. So like your pinky on the shift key or whatever is just constantly like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, do I still type good? I go on like Type Racer or whatever it is, and I score over 100 words per minute, and they're like, this is a fresh account, and you just got a really high score.
Yeah.
That's suspicious. You're gonna have to take a typing test. And I'm like, is this really the serious business?
Yeah, when I play Type Racer and I do really badly, it still tells me that, and then I feel even worse. Like, what do you mean I did well? I did not.
So it's Ness versus Meta Knight, aka 90, and it's hold on, I'm closing my eyes. It's MarshMaster versus OkamiOfGames.
Well,
this is really strong, like all the way around.
Yeah.
For the first round of the tournament, it is wild that we have a double match with all four of these players.
And this is a backup, an empty flashback, as they're called now. So I'm interested how well they do compared to the previous race. Maybe all four are gonna beat the whole previous race. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, maybe. I would say an older game is more likely to go Ness's way as well.
Oh, okay. I looked up the I looked up the previous race of this. I won it. So we'll see. So obviously they're not all gonna beat it. None of them is gonna beat it.
Not the winner anyway. All these other people maybe.
I don't remember this game. I've never seen this game in my life.
Oh, actually, Okami wasn't even seeded this time. They were randomly placed against each other, Okami and MarshMaster. There was a sliding block puzzle game that went right down to the wire, seconds apart, I think is what knocked Okami out of Mystery Tournament last year. These Atelier games got some good music in there. You're listening to it now, I think, on stream.
Yeah, I mean, this song is good.
.33rd and 49th is where these two players ended up. And I think if you were to put all of the names into a tumbler jar and spill them back out into that very same bracket in that very same time period, you could do that enough times and end up in a world where both of these two make top 8. Wouldn't be too crazy.
Yeah. All 4 of these, really.
Sure. Well, if you wanted to get all 4 of these into one top 8, that starts to become pretty unlikely, I think.
It's like a math problem. How many possible ways can there be in a bracket for these 4 to make it to the top 8?
Yeah, in order to do that, you would have to have some kind of like percentage chance that they make top 8 or whatever, and then it's like, how do you come up with a number like that?
Yeah, and also they need to be seeded in a way that it's even possible.
That's true.
Because they could just be like all in the same bracket, or some way that they meet up also in losers, and then one of them has to go out. Possible, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we have a game. The game is called Rompers.
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 This looks a heck of a lot like Chu-Man Fu.
Is that the one with the balls?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I saw the game while I was cropping it, and I was like, oh, it's the ball game. It's not, but it's close, I guess.
I have seen this before. I don't know if it was a regular match or a top 8 match. But it looks cute. RaceBot has begun counting down finally. Thank you everyone for your patience. I'm gonna kick this off. Oh.
Okay, interesting music.
Yeah, we... Oh, you knocked the whole wall down on these fools.
Yeah, and the walls go like dominoes, I think, in some levels. Actually, maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe I lied.
Oh, Marshmaster gets flamed from all the way across the stage. Do not be, like, orthogonally aligned with this fire-breathing enemy for very long, I guess. Yeah, that fire is a ridiculous range. So your walls are in your way, right? Like, any wall that's in your way, you can just fucking knock it down, right? Get out of my way. But also, they're your ammunition, so you don't want to get rid of them. That's really interesting push and pull going on there.
But also, you don't want to leave too much space for the enemies to like be able to chase you.
Sure. There's like a control aspect to these walls as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so round 3, both on the bottom. Round 4 for Okami. And Marshmaster, I think, yeah, just starting round 3.
I wish it told the round on the UI.
Yeah.
These arcade games never do it, we always have to keep track.
Oh, so the armadillos knock down the walls themselves?
Yeah, so it's really like this one mechanic, knocking down walls, and they keep adding like ways to interact with that mechanic. Now we have to worry that enemies will do it, maybe they even kill you by doing it, so you have to look out for that.
You push the wall on them, and they push the wall back on you. Then you gotta like hit them with a second wall or something.
Not today.
Round 6 now for Okami. 5 on both of the players on the bottom. Nighty's been here a little bit ahead.
Yeah, everyone else is on 5.
I love this little clapping animation. The fact also that your goal is not to kill the enemies, it's to get the keys, that does sort of incentivize, like, you don't gotta kill these guys. Like, just push the walls out of your way, walk around and pick up the keys.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like Pac-Man, I guess, where eating the ghosts gives you a little bit of freedom. What's going on? Why is there an earthquake?
I don't know. We're out of the level. I love this. The big wall is so, like, look, it's like a cup shape. You can get all of them, but almost all of them for Marshmaster. Finishes off the last guy. Every enemy is an egg. Oh, the armadillo! Neskamikaze was racing the armadillo to the wall and lost.
Oh yeah, there's some domino going on. Neskamikaze, these pink walls. Yeah.
Oh,
look at that.
It's kind of scary to like anticipate.
Oh. That armadillo just killed its friend. Betrayal.
I feel like this must happen a lot around here, you know? Like
they're trapped in this place. They're always turning left. It's bound to happen.
Marshmaster has made up a lot of ground versus Okami is just behind on this armadillo level. Ness clears is well, I'm just noticing is oh, Nighty died. I was like, why is this taking so much longer to get to the next level? Nighty's on 8. Ness, I think that was 9 we just saw pop up.
I think they're on the same level, right?
Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, we're tied in both races then.
Ooh. Oh, 90! Oh, the dragons are loose. The dragon is loose.
But, like, you can't just keep them all in there. Like, the keys are in there. I think it's kind of a good idea to let them out and then sneak in when they're gone.
Oh, these spiders chase you, I think. I remember these spiders being really annoying.
It did follow Marsh around a corner, but then it just sort of stopped. Oh, they have these webs.
Yeah, they move, but then stop every once in a while. Oh, it's the Rompers show.
Hooray! I love the Rompers show.
That was my favorite cartoon. I grew up.
They came to Toronto in 2007. I saw them live.
Oh, it was a live show.
They're even better live. You gotta see them.
They push all these walls around.
They killed like 5 crew members in one push. It was incredible.
What skill?
That was a really quick level for Okami. So Okami's on 12, Marsh just on 10 now. The gap has opened up in the top race. Nighty's on 10, and Ness is on 9, so both of them have a little bit of a gap.
OkamiOfGames got hit by like this ice breath, which made him slower. And it didn't seem to go away. It lasted either really long or forever.
Oh no. That's what the penguins... Oh, and it's another one of these like full screen breath attacks too. Okami unable to find a route away from the corner. Tried to make one by knocking down the wall. Animation too long. The spider web. Oh, Marshmaster barely escapes, but pincered.
Yeah, that happens a lot in this stage. We saw, I forgot, was it MarshMaster actually as well? So, someone also got pincered earlier.
So the other wall is like perpendicular on the other side, so you can't push a wall.
Yeah, it's just basic physics.
I know, it sounds silly for me to be explaining it, but it's important. It's important to know which way these walls can go, because you want to be killing these spiders, right? This is not a level where you want to just run around and ignore enemies.
They do
webs are gonna
respawn.
Catch you.
They do respawn, but they give you that little breath of air.
Oh, Nighty with 1 key left is not able to make it happen. Marshmaster's on the Rompers show.
Nighty like decided not to go through the web and instead turn around. Of course, you get slowed down by the web, but maybe it would have worked out. These spiders sometimes stop.
Especially because it turned out all 3 entrances to the key area had a web. There's no getting around it.
Ooh. Neskamikaze kind of
Marsh with-
cornered here. Ooh! Oh, what? No!
Oh,
Why did he go
the
down?
down input.
Oh!
If there was no down input, then maybe
Yeah.
would have been in the clear. Marsh with a clutch finish on that one level has a sort of final dead end with keys in it. Marsh and Okami both smartly left it for last. Okami's flying.
Yeah. Marsh is doing well, but it's not quite enough to keep up.
Okay, Okami's gonna wait for the big triple here. Time it right. Nice.
Oh man, this is what they probably did in the show.
Are they gonna respawn?
Oh,
Go,
hurry
go,
up.
go, go, go,
Oh
go,
my
go,
god.
go.
That was close.
I would have assumed they planned the level that was possible. I would have gone for it. Here's Nighty in this level with just needs to get down there to those last few keys. Oh, but there's an enemy hiding out inside. Okay, that's gonna be fun.
Ooh.
The armadillos are back for Okami.
Yeah, this is
Neskamikaze
friendly fire at the level.
Spiders still. It's chaos. Like you're just constantly reacting to something that might happen. I guess it's no. Now it's possible that the left side is going.
There, Okami,
Nice
first
hit.
trying.
Yeah. And Ness did finally deal with the spiders, so we're getting a peek at the Rompers show.
I've seen this one already.
The reruns already?
Man.
15 and 16 up top, only one apart.
Yeah, pretty close.
And the goal is to beat round 30. And I'm guessing they get harder, so I hesitate to say this is the halfway point.
Arcade games sometimes have this thing where they stay the same difficulty until a while, and then suddenly it's like whoosh, the difficulty curve goes up because, hey man, you've been playing 5 minutes for your quarter, you better put in another one.
Yeah. I know Pac-Man has I mean, it gets slowly harder in certain ways, but then there's one point where the power pellets do not even do anything to the ghosts. They're just another dot to eat. And that's messed up. And then people figured out how to play forever anyway. The penguins are all over Nighty, but he finds a sort of dead zone in the middle of it all. Last two keys.
Like Bomberman.
Yeah.
So the level Neskamikaze is on. I didn't actually notice, but I think he's trapped. Because he can't... Oh, never mind, you can shove this wall like this. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's sort of the key move. It's taken everyone... Well, I don't know. Okami maybe got it pretty quick, but there was a moment where I saw Nighty sort of be like, wait a minute, and then walk all the way around and...
This thing just went where the keys are.
Alright, there's that same bait to the right that we saw Nighty do. So Ness is done with that level. So it's 13 for Nighty, 12 for Ness. I think that was 17 for Okami. And is this 13? It can't be 13, Marsh. It must be 14.
Has had some problems with this level apparently, because he's been on this for a while now.
Yeah,
16.
Oh, it's 16. I was
But
way off.
It was 15.
Okay. So still close. Both races still close.
Yeah, bottom race is the same level. This
So
one...
you can't push inside any of these walls. You need the guy inside to push them out, huh?
Yeah, the guy who looks like a puzzle piece without the puzzle parts.
Oh, Ness finally gets inside but dies, takes the game over. Same with Nighty. Very close on the bottom.
What did the guys on MarshMaster screen do?
With the helmets?
Yeah.
They're fast for one. Oh, the helmet?
Oh! It's like a construction helmet.
Yeah. MarshMaster gets sort of pinned in. I wonder if they could have stalled inside and the enemies would have done something stupid and moved away to allow a gap, but we'll never know.
Oh, look out. I'm gonna die from that.
The armadillos have... This is a big stage. We're running into visibility problems now where you can't see everything, so all of a sudden an armadillo from off-screen can come rolling in way faster than you move. I do not know how spawn points work with the enemies in this game.
I think the eggs don't kill you at least, so you have plenty of time to prepare.
OkamiOfGames knew, I think, that helmet guy was not going to die, but that he would be stunned. So Okami just ran in there and grabbed the last key. It's on to 19. So Ness pulls ahead in the bottom race.
Oh. Nice.
Whoa!
Oh,
Armadillo just
that's so rude.
Turned around.
Yeah, because there was a wall on its right, and it didn't really want to push it away, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably all kinds of rules that the enemies follow.
Well, yeah, the armadillos just turn like around the corner, but since there was a wall, and the armadillo doesn't just push it up over, it turned around instead.
Oh, a wall just appeared in front of Okami. And the armadillo didn't knock it down. It looks like the walls, like... Well, unless certain walls don't get knocked down by armadillos. It might have been like it was in like a spawning animation, and thus couldn't be knocked down, but I think that might have saved Okami's skin there.
So OkamiOfGames is almost 2/3 done, and I'm a little worried for my time.
I knew where that sentence was going before you were even done. Oh, the spiders are back.
I remember the spiders, that they really suck, because they follow you.
Yes.
They're like one of the few animals that actually track you.
And yet... Oh! Uh-oh. It's getting hairy.
Oh,
Went for the top left
God.
key.
Okay.
The rope-a-dope. That was a
Okay.
heroic effort to try to dodge these spiders. 2 levels apart in the top race, about 2/3 of the way through the goal. Nighty waiting for the triple ghosts. Is Nighty gonna go all the way to the end in one go? I bet he will. Yeah. Nice.
Very gimmicky level.
So it's been round 15 for a while for Ness, but clears it just as Nighty gets there. So holding on to this 1-round lead in the bottom race. Okami with a death and a continue on round 20. I would guess that they're like every 5 levels or something, the game would start to do something new, you know? This kind of just is another spider level, though.
Oof.
I don't have a good sense for how long a web traps you, you know? Like, if I look at where a spider is and where I am, I cannot reason, like, oh, that spider can't get me. Or he definitely will, like, I don't know. It's a big question mark for me.
I find it hard to track how far these spiders move at all. It seems like sometimes they walk farther and sometimes not.
They might just stop and let you escape the web.
That was nicely done.
Well, that was the last key. I thought maybe there was one more on the right. So that's 20 done for Okami. We got Nighty and Ness on the same race. Nighty conquered the armadillo stage pretty quickly that Ness was stuck on for a long time. And maybe is actually going to take the lead if this helmet guy can get out of the way. He came down. Oh, but then he left. Yeah, that's it. Nighty's on to the next one.
Oh, this is a puzzle. Push this wall to the right, this one up, and now you can push this one to the left. That gets you into the actual level.
Alright. They really are finding ways to do new things with the mechanics. Oh, Ness dies right in front of the last key in 16.
Ooh.
I would prioritize these inside cage keys.
Yeah, you're very limited when you go for them.
But also, it's a good one to get last, right? Oh, caught trying to escape the cage afterwards. Because you don't gotta come back out.
Yeah, so you want to pick up 3?
Yeah, I think at least 2. And then get the... Well, I mean, each key is always 1 away from an entrance.
I don't understand this enemy AI. Why is one of the helmet guys chasing him and the other is just walking back and forth?
I think they're just random. Level clear for Ness. 90's got... This level has a ton of keys, so...
Oh, 90 took the lead again.
Yeah. Oh, but got dilloed.
Damn. Chain reaction.
Oh, no. Okami's in kind of like a chaotic level.
Can't push this ball up.
Yeah, I want to say the enemies are moving a little faster. These ghosts are hopping around, kind of. Oh, they're like blue instead of.
Right, the white one moves as fast.
Insane.
But I agree with you that it looks fast.
Oh, this gets caught by a helmetless guy, but yeah, it is on 18 now.
Oh, first try on 17.
Mighty had that lead for just a little bit, and then Nessa snatched it back.
So
actually caught up to MarshMaster on 18.
Yeah, Top Race is getting further and further away. MarshMaster is still on 18. OkamiOfGames is on 24.
This is a tough level. I see why this is tough now. These 4 quadrants have a thing where you need to knock in a wall to get inside. So you're left sort of flat-footed on these long hallways, and then the dillos are rolling around in there, so they'll just come in super fast from off screen. Oh, the double wall?
Oh my
Caught
God.
him in the corner? Excellent play by MarshMaster, finally clearing that difficult level. In which Ness and now 90 both find themselves.
Yeah, bottom race is so close.
Okami on 24. Wow.
Yeah, Okami needs to slow down. For at least 2 people's sake.
Oh! Okami, like, looked at the situation and was like, oh man, there's all these enemies and these keys, and... just kill me. I, like, ran into them.
I want to collect these keys.
Like, oh,
Why do I need 16 keys for anyway? There's one door.
The enemies... They put an enemy inside the cage in this 4 quadrant level. And it's like, because they want an enemy in there, right? They don't want it to be free once you knock the door down.
Yeah.
Then that enemy would just die. So they made him a helmet guy, too. It's mean.
ID's looking pretty good on 18 Hero, whatever it was. Oh.
Well, the Dillo's like in the cage now. That's the clear.
Nice.
Ness as well? Nope. That's not the last key, I guess. Yeah, okay. But it's done with the right side, so it doesn't have to worry about what's going on over here anymore. And that's going to improve visibility. Oh, it didn't get a hit on the helmet guy, so...
Maybe it doesn't matter too much, because these helmet guys are pretty predictable while they're in the room. They just go in a circle.
Is Okami going to be able to clear? No. The Dillo's got something to say about it.
Neskamikaze.
Careful! Oh! The Dillo self-kill paved the way. So levels cleared for both players on top, but 26 for OkamiOfGames. And a Romper show, I guess, indicates Marsh is moving on to 21. Yeah. Ness and 90 very close on the bottom right. Oh, the Dillo just decided I'm going this way.
There were two Dillos that just denied him the key, and then the third one was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. With that, 90 takes the lead again.
Everything's fine.
It's just this random vat of lava up there. Right, so OkamiOfGames is on 28, I think. MarshMaster is 23? 22? Somewhere around there. And both 90 and neskamikaze are on 20. I think we lost Myth. Arigato. So earlier ID said, oh, your comment on your previous race was pretty funny. So I checked my comment, it says, got walled on almost every stage. Haha. This is another, the one OkamiOfGames is on, is another one of those kind of puzzly ones. This is the last, oh, this is the last part of the level. Clears 28. Two more levels for OkamiOfGames. MarshMaster is probably too far away. Would need a miracle here to catch up to OkamiOfGames. Hello!
Hello.
Hi.
The internet blipped. SRL's yelling at me. Can't join rooms because I'm banned.
Oh yeah.
Update me, where are we?
OkamiOfGames is on 29, really close to finishing. MarshMaster is unfortunately not, like, it's not fast enough to catch up, and even then I don't know if it would be enough.
Right.
And I think... I have no idea who's ahead in the bottom one, but it's close. They're probably one level apart.
I do like this,
Oh, this level! This level sucks.
Yeah?
I remember the level OkamiOfGames is on. There's these, like, cubbies on the left and right, where you have to go because there's keys there, and these armadillos just come out of nowhere. You have no idea where they are because this level is 2 screens wide. It's horrible.
This is almost a little bit like maybe you don't want to kill the armadillos because, like, if you see them, you know where they are, and then once you kill them, you don't know where they are.
It's not that easy because there's all these walls that redirect them.
Yeah. I did see a bunch of Dillas go off screen to the left in the middle and then come rolling in on the bottom afterwards. So maybe just reducing the number of them is the way to go. But that key, I think, is the last key.
I saw it coming! I saw it coming! There's a key counter in the bottom left. And
oh, shoot. Okay.
I saw this coming so hard. But I can understand Okami going for it, because, I mean, you have to get it anyway. What are you gonna do, wait for the armadillos to redirect themselves? Jeez. Could be waiting a long time. Well, could be waiting a long time for that.
You kind of just gotta, like... No, like, you know, maybe if they slowly make their way towards you a little bit, like... if they have a chance to go left or right, they go the one that goes towards your direction. So maybe you can hang out away from the key and slowly let these idiots congregate a little bit closer.
Right side done for Okami. Ooh! I thought Okami was gonna go for the bottom one. And then there was an armadillo coming immediately as I thought that. But there's a timer, I guess.
Oh no.
What happens now? Oh, this thing comes and it's gonna insta-kill you when it touches you, because that's how arcade games work.
There goes my plan.
But look,
just be patient and lure them away.
It's the girl from the continue screen. She says arigato. Why does she kill you then? Just
Maybe
kills
she
you.
Doesn't kill you. Time runs out and then she comes and gives you a hug.
It's possible. That's true. Wow, OkamiOfGames got walled. You missed my excellent joke that I made 3 years ago. So,
I did.
Yeah, so when I raised this, ID told me I made a funny comment, so I checked. My comment 3 years ago was, got walled on almost every stage. I was such a jokester back then. Oh no, Okami! Completely trapped.
Marsh has got all the keys from the inside and then just exits to the north. Didn't want to try to go directly on top of the helmet enemy while he was stunned. Didn't want to chance it. So tried to escape at the top and the Dillo said no. It's a tough call. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have ran away and then died just the same.
You know when you play a hard game and then you see someone else play it and they don't find it hard? It's really refreshing when they do find it hard. This level that OkamiOfGames is on, I remember it. Like, I saw this level and I remembered, oh, this sucks. And this sucks. This looks like it sucks. Oh,
two keys left. Oh, I don't know. Maybe could have had it, just barely.
I don't think so.
Why is the bot? Oh my god, they got split up.
Oh,
you can't get that key. Oh, maybe it is a good thing when there's two Dillos there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what?
Yeah, if you get in between the lanes that they roll, there are safe spots. Powerful technique.
I was so worried because the timer was up, so the flying death laser was gonna arrive soon. Oh my god. One of the armadillos pushed the wall down so that the second armadillo could come and kill OkamiOfGames.
I'm starting to think this should be beat round 28 as the goal next time we have this game. Like, this is genuinely like, what do? You can't see them. You don't know where they are. They just...
Yeah, like that's the worst part about this. It's not so much the level design, it's really the fact that you can't see the left side when you're on the right and the other way around.
Okay.
Okay, this is good.
Okami's definitely gonna get that.
Why not? Why not?
It there.
All of the armadillos were down. You think?
That one at the top went straight up and then right.
Oh, the wall!
Oh!
Comes in clutch. Who knows what might have happened otherwise?
Marsh on 25, Ness on 24, the same level that 90 is on, so close on the bottom, and maybe gonna be wrapping up here on top.
Another spider level.
The spiders.
I do remember the spiders, but they haven't given any of the racers that much issues so far.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. But it's also like, I don't know, I don't think anyone has a good plan for dealing with the spiders. Like, I feel like everyone hasn't faced their true...
Oh no!
You're like, look at that.
Oh, there was a wall.
Oh my god, the spiders were waiting like Navy SEALs, like 3, 2, 1, breach, breach, and they just like kicked the door in on multiple angles. Go live! Flashbang rolls into the room.
Oh, we're back in this spot. This is a dangerous spot because there's only 2 entrances to this area.
Oh, kills the spiders, gets rid of the web. And that web is gone for the whole level now, so you open yourself a path. Not that there's a very big reason to go back through that specific path.
Ooh, the juke.
Oh, there's another spider.
Oh my god.
Through the wall!
Oh, the spider started
The
coming
final
down.
dodge. Oh, they're all
the
here.
wall!
They are all on the wall to get through. Oh, knocks down the web as well. That's it. I can't see the dot done. Maurice will have to report the time either happily or sadly, depending on what his original race time was.
The time is a 32:30.
Mm-hmm.
I did it really neutrally, so you have no idea. No, this this does not beat my time.
All right, you're safe.
I'm safe. I can continue being arrogant about my skill.
Something tells me that even if he did beat you, that would not have been the end of you being arrogant about your skill.
You can't prove it.
You're right, I can't. Marsh has lost this race, but has, not been playing poorly. It's a tough game, and OkamiOfGames just really had a handle on it on the later levels. Uh-oh, the flamethrower. No escape. Marsh is dead. And the bottom race has been stymied by 24 or whatever this is. But is this it? Neskamikaze. No, there's more
Oh
keys.
no.
The bottom keys.
And, like, the ones in the middle are the dangerous ones, right? There's like 3 on the right or something. Who cares? So if Neskamikaze could have gotten out of there, that would have been a clear, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to watch the Rompers show. Wait, who are these guys?
Bombers.
Okay. That's not Rompers, that's Bumpers.
Yeah. They're the arch enemy of the Rompers. You're either Team Bomber or Team Romper. Okay, Neskamikaze is going inside, knocking down a lot of the walls. Still 3 keys left. They're the right side keys. Cannot get both of them. No, got stuck on the wall! Oh, an input error. Traps Neskamikaze in the corner.
Yeah.
This game, I guess, does not Pac-Man you around the corners, huh? That left input was just like into a wall, and so the game was like, nope.
To be fair, I don't think I like the way Pac-Man controls.
It's maybe too aggressive in the way that it does.
Yeah, it's like
really easy
it's
to
like
be
aim assist.
Whoa, I don't want to. Yeah.
We can switch audio to the exciting part.
So Ness is doing all the outside keys this time. If they're gonna get into the middle and survive that whole thing, they do not want to have to.
I mean, that's a good
live through
idea.
it.
There is like 2 parts to this level, the inside and the outside, so it makes sense.
And there it is.
Nice.
The change in strategy finally gets Ness past the very difficult 24. Oh, this guy doesn't have a helmet. He's done next time. And yet, Nighty comes in from the top. So it gets a... Oh, yeah, okay. The sudden appearance of the wall catches Nighty. Is Marsh on to 29 now? No, 28.
28 was kind of a puzzly one.
So I guess if you're on top of a wall when it spawns, it'll kind of like knock you back and make room for the wall to spawn.
I mean, good. Imagine if it telefragged you.
Yeah.
It is the puzzly
Yeah,
part.
I see what you mean, yeah.
On Marsh, puzzle it out.
It's hard to think ahead when you can only see so much of the screen.
Yeah, that's true. Also, you have to be fast. These walls do respawn pretty quickly.
That's true. Wow, actually taken to death.
That was really rude.
25! Now you did it.
But so that's... Yeah, and then neskamikaze is on 26 already.
Well, the Dillo's too fast. They're so much faster than everything else while they're rolling. I can't believe there's an enemy that goes that fast and also knocks down walls. Like, that's kind of ridiculous.
It does only go in straight lines. And it's very predictable.
I don't know about very predictable.
It is!
If it has a choice...
Then I don't know. But other than that,
does
it's
it head
very
towards
predictable.
But it also, like, the wall, the state of the walls respawning is like, when they're not on screen, I don't know what's going on with the walls.
Yeah, I mean, that's why 29 is so horrible. Let's see how MarshMaster does on 29. Okay, MarshMaster is dead.
One thing you could do is, if the enemies are truly not random, you could do the same things each time and just sort of like speedrun route the level.
Oh yeah.
Which is generally a sign that I'm not having fun in a blind race. If I if I ever think like, you know what I need to do, I need to just start speedrunning the video game.
There's a very unpopular boss in Void Stranger that is kind of like that. And many people have expressed dislike for this kind of design.
Final two keys for 90 inside here with this helmet enemy.
But here comes the arigato girl.
The Angel of Death. 90, I don't think knows what she does, but doesn't want to find out. Had to push down a wall to escape, and the animation was too long. Oh, same case for Ness. Yeah, just in case it's not clear, Okami has won. 32:30 is their time. And they're just playing for fun.
I think neskamikaze has like drum and bass in the background. I don't think this is the game.
Ness having trouble getting into this right side. Ah! I think the wall spawned behind Ness and pushed him forwards into the enemy.
Clear for 90. It's also on 27 now.
We got a race. Is it faster to walk around a wall or to push it down? Seems about the same.
There's less of a chance to mess up the input if you push it down.
That's true.
Let's go with 90 audio.
I'm hearing the song. I know the song that Ness is listening to. Oh, but what is it though? That's gonna bother me. Gets caught by a ghost. As 90 clears the previous level, so they are both on 28. One thing I kind of liked, Virasek pointed out, was if the enemies stack up on top of each other, then you don't kill them, so that they're just now basically one enemy moving around.
Yeah, that's a good point. If they do have the same AI, so it's not if it's not like Pac-Man, then
yeah,
that's a really good idea.
Neskamikaze discovering the geometry of this situation is kind of a problem.
Oh wow, that ghost dodged with all it had.
Wall down, Ness finding the other wall.
And I want to see what the Angel of Death does.
Ness does not want to see what the Angel of Death does. Baits the ghost, gets around, nicely done.
Right, here comes 90.
We're gonna find out. It is a hug.
Yeah, but
a hug of death.
It's a bad hug.
It's one of those hugs that goes on too long, and it's the other person's a little bit sweaty, and
and they keep like drumming your back, you know, with their palms. You know what I mean?
You suddenly become way too conscious of their hands on your body. Bad hug. All right, we got Ness on the infamous at this point, 29.
It is the equalizer. Anything can happen here. Like, 90 can catch up no matter what, basically. Neskamikaze would really have to pull out like a magician trick to beat it really fast.
And that hearing you say that just makes me think like, yeah, this really shouldn't be part of the goal. Literally anything can happen. It does not matter what happened before this level. All that matters is this level. It's like, I mean, it's not a completely true statement, but this level sucks. I think we can all agree. Is Ness gonna be okay here?
Ooh. Oh, this is not okay. I guess they do aim for you. I've never seen them not go for the easy kill.
Yeah. Marsh with the spiders. We're getting a look at some gardens in the later levels.
Beautiful.
Okami screen. 90's here. It's a 29v29 situation.
Like you predicted it.
So many Rompers games probably turn out to be.
Well, there was one other comment. Maybe it talks about 29? No. It's like the kind of thing you would expect in a comment for one of these games, where one level is way harder than the rest.
It's a lot of Dillos on the left. They've rolled to the right and the walls have respawned. Now where are they gonna be?
Ooh, oh, doesn't go for it. Very smart. Or 90, I mean.
We have some Dillos do a 180, but it was only when there were no sideways options available. That's gonna be a clear!
Oh, it is! Right side was cleared already.
God, was that first try?
It was really fast.
An incredible showing. And a lead change. This is still a live race on the bottom. That spider wasn't doing anything. It was just sitting there. It stood still for like 2 seconds. And Nighty was just like, "You get on!" Just poof.
Oh, Neskamikaze should really go somewhere else.
It really looked quite bad.
He was like between the lanes, didn't get hit, but then a wall spot put him right back in the lane, and there came one of these armadillo cars. Arigato. That means thank you.
Oh. Oh, like that song.
Know the song.
You don't know Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Oh. I know it from the evolution of dance.
Yeah, because it's such a popular.
Well, yeah, sure. But I don't know the song. I only know it because it's in the video.
Yeah, I hear people. I know it more from the jokes people make about the song, more than the song itself. To be honest, it's a really old song.
It is about to clear this, I think. Looking really good. He's kind of like
5 keys left.
He's kind of like leading the spiders, right? Like you want them behind you, always chasing you around, so you can just lead the way and collect the keys on the way.
That's going to be 3 keys. It's going to be able to push and escape. Get the north key first.
Force.
No, does not. And now is in trouble. Finds the escape.
Oh.
Whoa.
If that wall hadn't been there.
Yeah. My brain interpreted that situation as a spiral with no way out. I didn't realize it was a pushable wall, and I think maybe Nighty did, and that was the difference between a possible loss and a win, because Ness is done with 29, was right here behind Nighty's heels, but it's a win for Nighty.
There are those moments in mystery races where you have like time to look at the chat. You know, like, for example, in this case, when you beat a level and you wait for the next one to load. And then if in that moment you see the clear, oh man, it's brutal. Like the dot done by your opponent.
Yeah. Ness knows that they were right there. And they definitely know. I mean, so both players got stuck on a lot of different levels, so While 29 certainly played a role, it was not the sole defining factor here. That was a lot of spiders.
More spiders than expected.
Boom, 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 boom. So Marsh also playing away in the top right here. 30 has proved to be like as hard as 29 for MarshMaster. Gets a spider kill, but they're all coming into this top right area. You got to have an exit plan.
Oh,
Okay, just
they
have them all go north into a dead end. Sure.
They're kind of grouped up. This is what you were talking about earlier. Oh, look out!
An escape. Oh, slips in just behind the spider to get the key, and that's suddenly going to be a clear. If Ness had gone down instead, that key would still be up there, and all the spiders would be right on top of it. So that was an important grab. Ness realizing if they just go straight down, there's going to be a web there, and that's probably going to be bad, so knocks the wall down instead.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations.
Oh, you just let yourself in. It's fine. You're allowed to do that.
I didn't let myself. Somebody dragged me in.
Oh, okay.
I was playing the game the whole time.
All right.
Game is fun. Game is fun. Has this game been in MT before? I feel like I've at least seen this concept before. I don't know if it was specifically this game or another game emulating this concept.
It did remind us of a similar game called Chu-Man Fu, where you're rolling a ball around.
That was another game that came to my mind, Chu-Man Fu. Like, it's not one-to-one, because I think I remember the idea of Chu-Man Fu being, like, you have to roll the balls into the right spot instead of collect enough of a collectible to clear the stage.
Yeah, that's right. But this specifically has been in Mystery Tournament before. So
Okay.
you might have just seen it.
Possibly. I didn't. If I did see it, I definitely did not remember much from it. But it's still a neat concept. You know?
That's the clear for Ness as well. So now all 4 players finished. Congratulations.
Hooray.
Yeah, we were impressed with the ways that they kept coming up with new things to add. And you've gone ahead and seen a bunch more as well.
Yeah, I saw enemies with bombs that could, the force of the bombs could destroy walls, which I don't think was in the first 30 stages. This stage is gonna be a little
watch
bit
some
of trouble.
dillos just come in, grab you in the corner.
The armadillos are really hard to deal with because of how fast they move.
Yeah, and when the screens get big like they were in 29 with those dead ends, that's been a problem level for everyone.
Yeah, 29 sucks. The nice thing about the armadillos is for how fast they move, they're also one of the more predictable enemy patterns because they'll keep going until they hit a wall. So you can at least use that to bait them. And they won't double back unless they're forced to as well. I noticed that. If a armadillo is on your lane, but it came, like, you're going left and right, but it came from up or down, it will not go after you for its next move, I think. Or no, it will. It makes sense in my head. Trying to explain it while also playing the game and avoiding said armadillos is a little hard. But basically, if it goes one direction, it can't go back the other direction unless it has no choice but to. And you can kind of bait it at that point to try to get it to waste its time while letting you get into one of those alcoves to get the key that's in there.
We're joined by MarshMaster as well. Hello.
Hello, hello.
You pulled a tough draw. I get both of you kind of pulled a tough draw. The randomizer for the brackets decided to put 2 like north of 60% win rate players against each other.
Yep. Well,
It just makes it a good match to as one of the early MT18 matches.
It was a good match. You're always pretty chill when you come in here, Marsh, but you sound pretty sad about yeah.
I mean, just it's fine.
Was it
It was,
fun or
It was
what?
fun. Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Mhm. Just
Um,
it is a little frustrating to run into a really strong player on the very first round, but it is what it is.
so we're talking a lot about 29 a lot. The level with the Dillos will. There's the keys on the alcoves on both sides, and it's a long level, so you don't know where they are when they're off screen. Did you have any kind of mental sense of like what the walls were like off camera, or what the enemies might be doing off camera, or was it like constantly a surprise through the whole race?
Well, I think there's a certain sense in which I didn't really care about it unless it was relevant. If I knew that maybe some armadillos were coming along, then I would try to get out of their way. But for the most part, I guess I didn't really think about much that was off screen.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Out of curiosity, Marsh, how
Mhm.
long did it take you to figure out that enemies can't do a 180 unless they're forced to? Like they can't turn directly towards their back if they're going in one direction.
I think I actually managed to intuit that pretty early on. Because I
think I-
know that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I had that suspicion early on as well. In my case, it was more keep it in my mind because I felt like that could just be a coincidence. But the more I observed it, the more I thought that's actually how the game works.
Yeah, definitely. I know that I first noticed it with like the armadillo type enemies, which you were saying earlier, those are fairly predictable in terms of their pattern.
Yeah.
But definitely that predictability actually made it easier to intuit the they can't turn around sort of behavior of all of the enemies.
Yeah.
That was the first enemy where Maurice and I had sort of noticed and pointed out that like, oh, that guy just turned around, and it was, well, these walls spawned in and prevented him from doing anything else.
Mhm.
This has definitely got that old arcade game style of like where there's just a lot of things happening all over, and you need to have this like overall board sense of how your action down here is going to make something way over there behave a little differently, maybe. So really tough to get right in the blind race, and I think you both did great.
Especially with a lot of these stages having a short time limit. I think I had at least a few attempts of stage 29 where I was close to the end and like I had a good shot to beat it, but I was down to like one or two keys with like no time left on the clock, so I was starting to get chased around by that enemy. That comes in when time runs out.
It's interesting because I didn't really have a lot of trouble with the timer.
I only ran into it a few times, but the few times I ran into it, it was a bit more noticeable. I guess.
Definitely.
And
I think for me, sorry, go ahead.
On 29, I was like, man, when you are not sure that a Dillo is going to come in and trap you or whatever, maybe you should just wait. You should just wait like a long time, go somewhere else and lure them over there or whatever. And then suddenly it went like, time's up! And it was like, oh no, there's a timer. Like, that's not a good plan. You have to kind of just make it happen.
29 was definitely a stage. I tried to push down walls a lot of the time, because sometimes they cover useful items. Like I found one that freezed all the enemies in place for a little bit. I found one after the race ended that increased my speed. Which is very helpful, depending on the stage. But in the case of 29, I felt it was almost better not to be shoving down all walls in sight, because you could also use those walls as like a shield that the armadillos run into, so then they have to go a different direction. I don't know about you, Marsh, but
Yeah, I mean, definitely I didn't actually realize that the items in the walls did anything except give score. I guess none of the items that I picked up had any visual or easily visible effects.
The-
So I
in
kind of
the one that I mentioned about enemies being frozen, that's the only one I think I found within the first 30 stages. And I think I found it early on in a stage that, while helpful, was not going to be too much of a boon for me in the long run. It wasn't like I found it on a super difficult stage or anything like that, I don't think.
fair enough. Yeah.
So, definitely rare, but yeah, most of the items I think were score that I found. Possibly extra lives, but that didn't really matter given the given we were able to credit feed.
Right, right.
Well, it was a good race. Thank you so much for coming out. First of all, to like another mystery tournament, right? Signing up for mystery tournament is already like a pretty big step. So thank you once again for returning, and for racing and for coming to talk to us.
I think you got another race coming up, so I'm not gonna stick around any longer. I'm gonna let you get set for that. So take care, you two, and GG Marshmaster. Good luck
Yeah.
on your next race.
Thank you, thank you. Congrats on the win.